guys? This is Bradley.
What's up, guys? This is Blake.
This is Poor Therapy, and we have a caller. Well, yeah, we do have a caller. And this is
Jay.
Jay. Yep, they want to go by as Jay. So we are going to attempt to call them because I've never called off
Off of here.
of here. Give me a second.
Alright.
Where's that pencil at? I hope everybody's having a good day today.
Are you having a good day, Brian?
I'm having a pretty good day. I'm not gonna lie.
He was a little bit, I wouldn't say hectic when I got here, but he was trying to get everything in motion. He's always on the go. The second he has a chance to sit down, his family's calling him for a chore.
Had to write down the number because apparently you can't just go from messages to call. So alright, here we go.
Alright.
Hello.
Hello, this is Bradley from Port Therapy. Gotta say your name.
Hey, this is Blake from Poor Therapy. How are you, hon?
I'm alright. How about you?
We're doing pretty good. Yeah, we just wanted to talk to you and everything. And what would you like to talk about? Because if you want to talk about like what we text about, we can.
I don't know.
Or do you want to talk about the Hawaii fires and everything? Or we can go to a different subject.
It's kind of hard to hear y'all.
Oh, it is?
Oh, shit.
Alright, wait a minute. Can you hear me now?
Ish.
Is that better?
Alright, wait a minute. Let me choose this. Alright, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, thank you for, just allowing us to talk to you. I do appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely appreciate it.
But, yeah, so, we talked about how chaotic the world is getting and how, like, it's kind of crazy about, like, the Hawaiian fires and,
Yeah.
what's your take on that? Like, what do you believe?
I don't know. I just feel like my phone and everything I see got me going crazy. And it's
Well, that
feel like, I don't
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Do you want my viewpoint on it?
Huh?
Do you want my viewpoint on it, and maybe it'll help you get into your viewpoint?
I can't hear you.
Oh.
What's going on? Talk a little closer, Brad. Like right into that motherfucker.
Can you hear me now? Wait a minute. Maybe it's something on this board that I can click on. Okay. Just give me one.
Maybe the room is just too open space for the light to pick up.
Oh, yeah. Like
What?
too open space.
Think that's what it is?
I don't know. Because some people be doing this stuff in soundproof rooms.
Maybe we should just get a huge cardboard box. Let me see.
I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear y'all, but it's hard to hear y'all.
Does it sound like we're far away?
Yeah. And
Alright,
it's
so I had
bad.
this problem before,
What the hell?
and I didn't know. Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is that any better?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Let's see, what does this do?
feel
See,
like we're-
Oh, this is
we're trying to figure all this out. Like, we have no idea what we're doing.
no, it's good. I like the idea of support therapy because Lord knows I can't afford to go to therapy.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. That shit's expensive.
And we can just talk and, not really have to worry about anything.
You gotta talk through your problems, you know? Just talk a little louder, bro. Talk
Alright,
real loud.
wait a minute. I know what I can do. What if I go through my...
So while y'all get that figured out, I'm just going to start rambling.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, we're
You
down
can
for
ramble.
that. Yes.
Okay. Well, talk to you like a therapist. What would I say to my therapist that I can't afford? See, I'm the youngest of 8 children, the black sheep of the family. My stepmother actively got rid of each one of my dad's children and ended up putting me in foster care at the age of 14 so her children could have a dad without his children around. In and out of group homes, foster homes, and I feel like I was failed by the system and I have a hard time navigating the real world. I can barely hold a conversation with a human being because either I share too much or I don't know what to say and I stare like a deer caught in the headlights.
Is it almost like you get like really excited when you meet someone with a lot of the same interests as you?
I find it hard to connect. Like if I meet somebody, I can put on the happy, hi, how you doing? Be friendly and cordial with random people. But then I feel like I need to hurry up and get home to because it's like a weight on my chest when I'm out in the world. Like I don't feel like I know how to navigate it. I constantly feel out of place. And everybody makes it look like it's so easy.
You know, I kind of have that same problem. Actually, past like 5 days, I have literally been laying in, since our last podcast, I've just been laying in bed, like, I can put on the whole happy smile face in public, but then once I'm home, it's almost like I rush to get home because I enjoy that pain. Like, I don't know anything else besides being at home and being alone.
What's your comfort zone?
Yeah, but I'm uncomfortable at the same time. I don't know. I'm just trying to compare mine to hers.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hear you. Like I'm hearing you, but I'm not hearing you.
Alright.
I don't know why it's doing that.
Give me 1 second. You can keep talking. I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, keep on talking. Keep talking. But you're trying to get your GED?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm in my 30s now, just trying to get my GED. I have 3 children, and I'm married to a wonderful man. But like I wish like I could have a time machine and go back and do high school like I wanted. But my dad put me in the foster care system upon my stepmother's request.
That's rough.
And the system doesn't care about education. It's about what place has a bed open. Like wherever there's availability, they shove us, and then our education gets too shit to care about. And now I'm trying to get a GED at 30-some years old. And it's hard, and I feel it I don't know.
No, you're doing good. You're trying. As long as you stay trying, that's something, It's something no one can take away from you.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I'm trying to put in the work to get it done. Show my children, like, you got to fight for the things you want in this world. But
And
at
that's
the
so
same time,
true.
I'm afraid to stick my neck out into the world, you know.
Now, I was exactly like that. Like, my personality type, I was like closed off from everybody. Like, I would just go to work and then come straight home. And this podcast is actually one of the ways that I can kind of stick my neck out, get out of my comfort zone, and connect with people. Because believe it or not, I have really poor people skills. But this is one of the ways, because I went through like I wouldn't say like an identity crisis, but I wanted to have something that was mine, something that nobody could take, and then something that would improve my character or identity or whatever. And I have a 1-year-old, so I'm stuck inside most of the day. So I can't like open my company and stuff like that like I wanted to do. So I decided, you know what? Like, I'll try to do a podcast and reach out to people and then just hear their story, like let them talk. And then maybe like, you know, in that process, like I can grow, help them grow, and it works out for everybody.
Right.
But can we try something real quick? I want to try to call you off of my phone instead of a computer and see if that helps anything.
Okay.
All right, give me 1 second. I don't know what that is. All right, let me see. So this all should be hooked up.
Maybe that's why she can't hear us. That shit. Oh,
What'd you do?
no, you do it. Oh man. What is that too?
So what does this do? So this.
Oh man, that's so much easier on the ears.
Yeah, but this might be something important.
Oh, it probably is.
That is the monitor. So I think that is what hooks up into everything. All right. Wait a minute. Let me see if we. Oh god damn.
My bad.
All right. Let me call her. See if this will work.
Did you plug that back in?
We'll see. Hi, can you hear us?
No.
Hello. Is that any better?
That is way better.
All right. So it looks like we're just gonna start taking calls on my phone.
Okay.
So you can hear us, right?
I can hear you.
Awesome. All right. Try to be easy gripping that mic because I hear it through the headphones.
I can't help it, bro.
So let's see. What was we on? What was our conversation? I'm sorry, this is kind of choppy. This is like our.
No, that's good. Conversation didn't have any real direction yet.
Yeah, that is true. All right. But yeah, like this podcast is just a way for like me myself to try to grow and be a better person. Cause like I always say, like, you know, it's best to reach out and everything. But in my actual life, I don't reach out to anybody. I help my family, and that's about it. So like this is me trying to. What is it?
I said I find it hard to reach out.
It is definitely hard to reach out.
I saw the TikTok ad and I was like, you know what? Just give it a try. What's it gonna hurt?
And see, that's awesome. Like,
Ain't it?
I appreciate that.
Well, I hope I can get something out of it as well. You know.
So your goal is to be like a dental assistant?
I want to get into the dental field. Dental assistant, it's an okay job, but
That's cool.
I either want to be a dentist, and if I can't make it as a dentist, I'll do the hygienist.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think it's
The dental
go
that
ahead.
cleans your teeth.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I don't know. I think I would like to do something like that too.
Really?
I love like cleaning my teeth and stuff. Yeah, maybe not other people's teeth. I don't know about that. But yeah, I think that's a good
Well,
option for you.
A smile says a million things, and when you meet people, it's one of the first things you notice about somebody is their smile or their teeth.
Yeah,
It's so true. Listen, man, when my dad lost his teeth, he used to love his teeth, but when they fell out, dude, every time he would smile, he would like cover his mouth after they fell out. Dude, it hurt him bad.
Like he was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like 2 years, bro, he didn't smile the same. But yeah. They
So
do.
go ahead.
For that, or in the dental field, because teeth are amazing, and it does affect people. I know when one of my teeth went crooked, I cried because I had wisdom teeth coming in, and it pushed one of my teeth to be crooked, and I
Oh.
cried. So
Dang right, I definitely get that.
I want to be in the dental field, and then life happened.
Yep. Freaking life.
But you're stronger than what you think. Now hold on, can she hear me talking through this? Do I gotta talk through the phone, or can she hear me through this?
I don't know. Do you hear Blake?
I hear him.
Okay, we're just wondering if we have to talk into the phone or into the mic.
I can't tell you which one I can hear you through.
Well, she must be able to hear. So you can put the phone down, Brad. She can probably hear
think so?
you. Yeah.
All right.
Check on the video real quick. Yeah, hon. I'm definitely glad you called in. I think we all got more in common than what we all think we do.
Well, I think we all go through like the same type of
Shit,
life
just different
problems.
circumstances.
But yeah, it's just a tiny different.
Sometimes it's harder on people. Like, she's got 3 kids. Like, I think my life's hard. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got nothing to worry about.
Then you have all the time in the world.
That
I
is
feel
true.
like I do, but I abuse it.
Yeah, having kids is tough. Like, and you're single, correct?
No. Married.
No, I'm married.
Oh, you're married. All right. Well, being single and having kids is 1,000 times harder. Cause like when I became single and I just had my one kid,
Yeah.
oh my God, like you definitely take, like, you don't really appreciate it when you're with somebody at the time when you have a kid,
Yeah.
but then you become single and then it's a whole different story. Cause like, I mean, you know me, like I don't match, like I don't care what I wear, like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But then I got a little girl I gotta dress, and then I gotta try to put her hair up and like all this other stuff, and I don't do that.
Hold
stuff.
on. What kind of... Do you got 3 boys, 3 girls? What do you got, hon?
I got 2 boys and a girl.
Oh, okay. Who gives you the most trouble, you think?
The middle child.
Is that the girl?
It's always the middle child.
No, my girl is my youngest.
Oh, okay.
She's only 13 months. Yeah, she's only just a baby.
Oh.
All my kids are 5 years apart.
You said 5 years?
My eldest, yeah, they're all 5 years apart. My eldest is.
So your oldest is
in
10.
middle school. He's gonna be 12.
Oh,
soon.
goodness.
Yeah, he's more relaxed, laid back, go with the flow, very quiet to see the environment he's in.
That's how I
Whereas
was.
The middle child, knows no stranger.
Yeah.
I love love him to pieces, but when I have to take him out in public, I have to hold my breath because he will go up to people. Hi, how you doing? My name and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
That's great, though. That's great.
No, because then I have to talk to people.
Yeah.
That's a good thing for you, though.
Yeah, I 100% understand that because my kid is 7
Oh, dude.
and she is a blabberbox.
Yeah.
It's like anywhere I take her, like we're constantly like, she's like, oh, pointing at this guy. And I'm like, no, don't point at him. Like, come on, stop it. Like it's rough.
Like the other night, dude, once I started playing with her, that was it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all she wanted to do.
It's done.
Damn.
And like, I love being a mom. As a parent, we all have those moments where we talk shit about our kids, and it's like, I could kill that kid. I could wring him by his little neck for doing that,
Yeah, I get that.
And like, I feel like I want a career. Like, I feel pressured that I'm supposed to be successful by now. I'm supposed to have my shit together. And having my kids, like, they're such a blessing, but like I feel like I'm constantly having to put certain things on the back burner or X, Y, Z.
Yep, I get that 100%.
I wouldn't trade it for the world, but I wish it was easier. I really do. And the economy's not fucking helping.
No, it is
Hey,
not.
shit. Not at all. You want to add something to that, Brad?
All right, so where do I even start?
Try to keep it simple.
All right, so I 100% get like where you think you have to get your shit together and everything, because I went through that same mindset, and it was actually when I found out I was gonna have a kid, like. And at the process I was doing, I was just like spending my money left and right. Didn't really care. I had like 6-7 cars, but at the time I didn't have any bills. Like we was living with my ex's parents. They were paying all the bills, so I wasn't really responsible. And then we found out she was pregnant, and then I went through like a mental crisis. I sold every single car except for one. I was working 6-7 days a week, and that year was the most money I ever made. And afterwards, I kind of had like a self evaluation, like yeah, the money's great and everything, but like I didn't get to go to any birthday parties, didn't get to spend any time or whatever. And so I made a decision then, like, no matter what, like, if I can afford, like, my household or whatever, I would rather pick to, like, be with my family, go to cookouts, and spend time with them, rather than waste all my time at work. Because I work at a warehouse, so, like, I'm there 12 hours a day, and I was wasting a crap ton of time there. And I've stick to that other than making this podcast, and I wouldn't take it back. Like, yeah, it's good to have your stuff together, but everybody like doesn't get their stuff together at the same time. Like, I mean, take for example like the Harry Potter author. Like, she didn't actually blow up or whatever until she was like 40, 50s. And then, like, I know a couple people that are, like, in their 50s that just now started to, like, do well on their business and, like get their stuff together. So.
Can I ask her something?
Yeah, go ahead.
What would be your definition of having your shit together?
I don't know. Like, I have a beautiful home. I have a vehicle. I have a family. I have what a lot of people want. But I still feel like something's missing, you know. I feel like I have to have
I get
something
that
of my
too.
own. Like, I got a great husband, and he provides this beautiful life. But me and my husband have a very significant age difference, and I understand my husband's not going to be around forever. So I just feel immense pressure that I have to get my shit together. And it doesn't help that I have, like, all these little, I'm not going to say voices in my head because that makes me sound fucking crazy. But, you know, like, all, like, the memories of all the childhood trauma of people, oh, you're not smart enough, or you're not this, or why can't you be like this person, or why can't you act like this person, and then being shipped off into the foster care system. You know, I really feel like I lost, like, myself. Like, I remember having wide eyes, like I was ready for the world. And then I died, in a sense. Like, I feel like
You missed a part of yourself as a
somewhere,
kid. You didn't get to experience like what you felt like you should have went through.
exactly. Like, I feel like between the ages of being a toddler to at least 13, you're just being a kid, and then you hit 14 to 20 something. I feel like those are the years you start paying attention to who you are, learning how to do things and be a part of society, because you're starting to branch away from your family into a more adult world during those teen years, you know? And I feel
Yeah.
like that was so on me. And then I got put in this fucking building with people who were literally fucking crazy. I was literally the most sane person on the unit.
I've been there. I understand that. Oh my goodness.
And I just, you know, and I feel like sometimes I'm stuck. Like, I'm still that 14, 15-year-old girl stuck in this. I don't know. Like,
It's hard to explain. It is.
inside my head. Like, I feel like I'm trapped in this cycle of something, and I can't break.
So, I kind of get where you're coming from, and believe it or not, most people have that. Like, they feel like a piece of them gets left behind. What their like childhood or whatever. Like, they didn't get to experience everything, and usually when people hit like 50, 60, 70, they retire or whatever. That's when they try to relive that childhood memory. And I actually had somebody talk to me about this like 2 weeks ago,
Mhm.
and it was an old guy. We was sitting there like just chit chatting at the store,
Yeah.
and he was telling, like, you know, he wants to do the stuff he didn't get to do as a kid because he was like 60 something years old.
Mhm.
And I was like sitting there chatting because like I never really like I don't really think about that stuff, like the stuff like I didn't really do as a kid, like because when I was a kid, like, you don't really like go through your life and like
Well,
like
we had a blast when we were kids.
well, yeah, but you don't like as a kid, like growing up, you don't evaluate like your life then and there.
Well, I think when she was growing up, she might have been forced to do that a little early, like
Yeah, that is true because
forced to grow up. So now it's like that certain point where she never got to be a kid.
yeah, that is true.
And it's a little bit more than that. It's actually a little bit harder to explain. Like, she can't even put it into words, and it's her experience. You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Let me get this real quick.
All right, go ahead. Blake's gonna go pee real quick. Where's that at? All right. So, your you have like small goals, right? Like you're trying to get your GED and then go off to be a dental assistant and then hopefully try to work on people's teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to start off with small goals.
Yeah.
I tried running before, right to the finish line, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, it usually doesn't. Usually you have to do stepping stones.
Yeah.
But hey,
But
go ahead. Sorry.
no, you're good. You're good.
I think it's great that you at least have a stepping stone because a lot of people, especially now, like there's like everything's becoming like so rampant and like modern and like uh adapting and whatnot that like there's no really blueprint for people to follow anymore. So
No, it's like not.
yeah, so like at least like you have a stepping stone, and so like once you get your GED, then your next thing is to apply to be like a dental assistant. Once you get that, then I think if you have like 4 years of being a dental assistant, and you take 2 years of dental school, you could become somebody that works on your teeth. Because my cousin is actually doing that. And she was a dental assistant for, I would say, a couple years.
Yeah, I have to pay $30,000 to go to the program and get the certificate.
Do you, can you think of any other things of why the world is going crazy?
Okay. In my little mind, I think a lot of problems is because of the technology that we use. It brings us together, but it also divides us.
Yep, I get that.
I find part of anxieties that I have, I feel like I always have to be on. And when I mean that, when I'm out in public, is I have to be camera ready. Yep. Because you never know who has their phone out and whatnot. And I don't want to be the person in the background of somebody's photo, or somebody catches me on a bad day and then I'm all over the internet.
Oh, man, because I'm all the time mean mugging people and not meaning to. I get that.
You know, and I feel like it's frightening outside of my house because of that. Like, I feel like everybody's out there trying to get their moment. You know, my video's next to go viral. And I don't know, like
they don't mind the shit on someone else while doing it either. Or I can't stand the people that act like they're buying homeless people food and giving them money and like and recording it while doing it. I'm like, if you really want to help them.
I've done that, except I didn't record it. Like, I had my eldest son, this was years ago before you started seeing videos pop up, you know, like, it was just like, all right, we have all this extra from this party that I threw at this place, you know, let me go downtown. I know there's a lot of homeless people, let me see if they want it. It wasn't ever, where's humanity?
For the clout.
Yeah, I feel like.
Well, thank you for doing that too.
And the people who are in the 90s, before technology, you know, I feel like we still remember a time before, and I feel like at the time was more connected.
Yeah, well, to talk about that, there's no community now. Like, all it is like, there might be like a Facebook group community, but like, there's no community in person. You can't like go to a place and just chit chat.
I don't see kids playing basketball out on the basketball courts no more, or throwing football. I don't see it no more, you know?
I don't think I've talked with my husband, like, just thinking, like, I live in a small town, I guess, but we're all spread out, and, like, I try to convince my kids, like, go over to the neighbor's house, say hello, see if there's something that they have around their house that you can earn money. He acts like it's, like, so scary to do, but me growing up, I'd go to neighbors, hey, you got something that needs to be done, earn a few dollars, you know, and feel like I was, even though it was just $2 that I earned. And I don't know, there was community back then.
It's not even about the money, like the $2, like you made like a connection with the people, and it just opens up opportunities for more other opportunities and more family.
Right.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
then that neighbor caught me doing something I wasn't supposed to. They called my mom and ratted me out. Like, yeah, XYZ is doing XYZ.
Oh yeah, it wasn't about, like, they didn't call the law on you, because if you didn't make that relationship with them and they had caught you doing whatever you wasn't supposed to be doing, they probably would have called the law instead. You know, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely get that. Like, you should be good to thy neighbor. I just think the world needs more God. We need more Jesus.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that might be part of something that we need to overcome is.
It is. Everybody's about instant gratification. Whatever instantly satisfies them. It's
Like, I miss people, but, you know, nowadays, it's like going out into public, it causes anxieties because of all the uncertainties. But I do miss people. I miss a sense of community. I miss, like, the just random fairs. Like, I lived out in Minnesota as a child, and out there they would have, like, random fairs where the police and the fire departments would hold a little event out at the park by the lake, you know, just as, like, community, getting to know the community. And I just remember it being fun. I feel like it was a lot simpler back then. It wasn't so many distractions either. The government was.
That's kind of how our, like, town we live in kind of is. Like, it's a small kind of town, and we're surrounded by, like, a lot of big cities around us. But even then, even though that we're a small town, like, we have like carnivals and fairs and stuff like that, there's, like, really no sense of unification or, like,
Yeah.
group other than, like, churches and stuff. And then the problem with the churches is, like, you got, like, all these different branches of churches, and they're all against each other.
Oh my God, yeah.
I know. I don't know why we just don't work together. And the Bible states clearly what to follow. Not, you know. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. Like, I like people for people, but it seems like, I don't know, I don't like the group box shit and that's how I feel like everybody, it's like high school, you know, like you see some on the movies, like everybody has their own clique, and I don't know, it's like that online. Everywhere you go, you got the LGBT thing going on, that's a clique. They've got your political cliques and all these other cliques. And I'm just like, where are the people that just want to be people? That just
They don't exist no more. Nobody just wants to be the average. Everybody's so busy trying to fit in and be special at the same time that they're fitting in and not being special. They're just following whatever.
I guess I don't know. I'm no better, I guess. I got trapped, or I am trapped by TikTok's algorithm. I spend many hours scrolling through TikTok and wasting my day.
That's why I don't have any social media. Well, besides what we got going on with this podcast stuff. Other than that, I don't have my own personal social media account. And it helps. It's great.
So, go ahead.
I've tried. So what I did, I got a flip phone, like one of those old ass flip phones, stuck the SIM card in it for about 2 weeks. I'm like, I'm gonna get away from the smartphone, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that didn't last me long. I had to start scrolling. I'm like, no, I need to scroll.
Okay, I do that on YouTube Shorts. That's the only time I get to scroll. But it's a problem. It is, because, like I said, no social media, and I still find myself scrolling somehow.
Yeah.
Anything to take us away, I feel like. Anything to just get away from it all for a minute.
Yeah.
But really, if we just faced it head on, we'd feel better about it. Whatever it may be.
So, how I get most of my news, I don't watch, like, TV news, because I think by now, like, everybody is caught on to, like, it's negative, and there's a drive behind it. And the only way I keep up with my news is TikTok and Twitter. And so I'll find myself, like, after, like, my fiance and my kids go to bed, I'll stay up like an extra 3 hours just scrolling through TikTok and, like, just find, like, stuff that interests me, like, like today, like, I don't know if you know, but America has reinstated our nuclear program. So now the government wants us to make 30 nukes a year. And that breaks all the treaties we had with all the other countries, because we did a treaty with, like, Russia, China, and India, and all the other ones not to make nuclear weapons. Well, we're going to be making 30 a year now. So the whole, like world global thing is going to get pretty heated, because if we're making nuclear weapons, China's going to start making them. Russia's going to start making them. India, the United Nations, like, all of them are going to start making them.
All for money and power, bro. They'll kill each other for that stuff.
Well, in the meantime, they're going to end up killing all the citizens as well. But, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of dicey. Like, I don't know why they would reinstate that. I thought, like, the world would have a better outcome, or, like, whatever. It's unfortunate, it's kind of sad, but it just makes you realize that, like, you as a person don't have any power over what the government does. Like, they didn't take a vote in Congress or whatever of, like, oh, hey, let's reinstate nuclear warheads. They just did it.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going off with that rant.
If we had men like we did back in 1776, I'm pretty sure, they want to get away with half the shit they're doing these days.
Oh yeah. Well, that's one reason why they stop like getting people to write cursive or whatever in school. So
Yeah.
I think it was either me or like 3 classes below me was the last ones to stop cursive. And like my fiance, she's 9 years younger than me. Uh, her class didn't even know cursive, so like she don't know cursive at all. And I think the whole reason they did that is for one, it's gonna be harder for kids in the future to even read the Declaration of Independence. I had a hard time reading it, and I know cursive.
Is it that hard?
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Really?
Yeah, they use like the old timey like English
I'm
words.
pretty good at Oh, okay. Oh, man.
And it's like thou shall not.
Oh, well, that's in
All
the
the
Bible.
letters are precisely written. There's some like scribble lines. You know, you gotta make that word out.
Yep.
Yeah. Shit, man. Why would they not want people to read that?
It's easier to control people if you don't know your rights.
Just
Yeah,
like they don't
but-
really want us to know. You go ahead, hon.
Yeah, it's a crazy time we live in. It really is.
That's why they want us to think the hieroglyphics, I can't hardly say it, is like,
The Egyptian hieroglyphics.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I can't say it. But yeah, it's not all that. I mean, do they have it in pictures for you?
We only know what we've been told, and within the past few years, everything that I thought I knew has come to be lies. And I think that's another thing that's caught. I don't know, like, I feel like I am confused all the way around about the world we live in. We have been lied to about the moon landing. We've been lied to about, what's that thing called? The Project Mockingbird or Mockingjay, whatever that shit is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and yet we somehow have people in the country that just believe that none of this is ever happening, and if you do believe it, you're a fucking crazy conspiracy theorist. Or nowadays, okay, so I had this teacher back when I was in like juvenile detention center for being a runaway from one of the group homes I was in. I had this teacher, Mr. Levy, and he was a very intelligent man, and he was explaining to me one time that it was so easy for Americans to kill people in the Vietnam War because they gave them a name. Just like with the Germans, they gave the Jewish an identity, a name. You know, they called them, like if you call a herd of cows, you know, they're just that thing over there. And now it's Republicans or far right. It's constantly being plastered. And I feel like when you read something and it says Republican ... it's like a trigger word, like, oh, the fucking Republicans, And I don't consider myself a Republican or a Democrat. I just consider myself a fucking human being, and I'm going to look at the fucking facts.
Damn
you
right,
know.
preach it.
And it's...
She wants to say so much. I can hear it. I love it.
So what that does is it dehumanizes
yes.
the group or whatever, and it makes it easier for people not to think about the actions that they did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I feel like they're doing now, you know. And like, I like to make voice memos to myself, just ranting and raving as I'm cleaning my house or something, you know, and I sent you one of my little rants to myself.
Hey, it was actually like, you know, it wasn't. So I've gotten a couple, and some are all right, and others are, you know, like like I consider myself a I wouldn't say a conspiracy theorist, but like I've delved into like all of them. Like I know a little bit about everything. And
Right.
yours is actually believable. Like I've done a bunch of research on it, and like there's actually evidence there to believe it. So don't think like you're crazy or whatever,
Of
because
what?
most people that that have seen it and looked into it, I'm almost positive they believe it. It's about the whole Hawaii
I,
fires.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and I don't know. Like, I guess I think I'm crazy all the time because I've been told I was crazy, or the amount of pills that I was put on inside those fucking places, being a fucking human guinea pig for the pharmacy companies. Don't get me started. I really do believe that they used the freaking hospitals and the CPS children for fucking guinea pigs
Oh, they
out
do.
on medicine. There's no fucking way a child should even be on Depakote. Like, that shit.
Oh, damn, you really went through it.
I don't know. What's happened to us as a country? How did we get here?
We took God out
None
of
of us.
it. Everybody thinks they need more of everything else but God. We need less of that, less of God, but more of anything else. It's crazy to me. I think that's what's wrong. Honestly.
Yeah, but nowadays, yeah. As soon as you say God or Jesus, it's automatically like this infuriating.
And there's
Dang
people
it.
on my side that's like that too. Like when you argue against them, but they're just so caught up in it that they let their emotion take over, and then once you feel flustered, you're letting a demon talk instead.
I get flustered.
Me too, a lot, and I say all kinds of stuff I don't mean.
I just find it really hard to navigate through the world we're living in now. Constantly having to make sure you're on your P's and Q's when you're outside, not knowing who to trust. I mean, they're doing a great job. Whatever their fucking plan is, they're doing a great job, because the sense of community is lost. God is damn near non-existent in people's lives. And yeah.
Do you want to know what I think?
Absolutely.
So, before the internet came, we were all connected and everything. And then after the internet, there was just so much shit being pumped out of it. Like, you got like all this stuff. And our brain is like, it can adapt to at a certain rate, but it can't keep up with all the junk that the internet's throwing at you. And
Right.
and you get to a point to where like all this junk, you don't know if it's true, like you don't know what to believe. And I think eventually, like, and that's one way, like the government, like, I don't want to get like all conspiracy theorists and like this is the way like the government's trying to control you, but like if I wanted to control somebody, I would throw so much junk at them, like they didn't know what was real, and then I would act like their
It's
friend, and
out.
then lead them to the way I would want. So I just think
That's a,
like it's the because like no civilization before us has had to deal with the internet. This is brand new, like new territory. Like no, we don't know the effects. We're still learning the effects now.
right. And nobody does like the critical thinking anymore. It's literally the eye and the mouth.
Yep. Or Google.
You've seen that image where the eyeball's inside of the mouth.
Yep.
It's literally, people will see it, not think. It goes straight from your eye to your mouth, straight from your eyes to your mouth. And nobody's like, oh, let me dig a little bit. No. That's what.
That or people
Pretty
just
much.
like go to Google the question, and then they just believe whatever it is.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I do that too. But, like, if I'm pretty serious about whatever the topic is, I'll take the extra time to look into it even more.
Well, I can say, like, I like the fact that a lot of people have, which you do see more on the internet, more people taking the time to dive more in, especially with a lot of the crazy shit that's going on lately. It encouraged me to not take certain shit at face value. Look at how the sentence or paragraph is structured and what is it that they're actually trying to tell me? Is this they're trying to get me in my feelings kind of article, or is this more either the fact type of article?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I understand
And
that.
I like that I've seen more people trying to do that, but it's especially the younger generation. They don't give a shit about the politics. They're more about the fun times, and that unfortunately they're the target group. You spoil the younger ones, keeping them oblivious, and by the time they're of ripe age for the picking, you know, then they're easier to control.
Yeah. So, I have something to say about that. So, up until I was like 26, I didn't give a shit about politics. I didn't care who ran the country. I didn't care who was mayor, who was governor, like whatever. Like it just didn't matter to me. And then probably like after I turned 26, something in my brain like just started to like, you gotta look at things more carefully. And I think it was because like of my kid, and then like I started like seeing like, whatever happens now is gonna affect their future. And then I started to like look at like, politics at a different viewpoint. And
Because it does matter. And a lot of people think it's just, the presidency. No, that's the least important, in my opinion. It's the Congress that we need to focus on.
yes,
And who we put in those positions, because those are the positions that
they have the real power.
They control the money, they control the laws,
Yep.
I didn't care about politics until I was damn near 32,
Nope, I get that. But this year is going to be my first year voting, and I'm 29.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I've never voted before.
Me either.
And I've decided that, I'm going to take it serious. Like, I'm going to look at who is running for the different offices, and then I'm going to choose one.
So this is y'all's fault. Y'all ain't take the time to go. Oh, this has actually been really helpful.
Yeah, see, we're just chit chatting, and it's fun to talk to other people and see their viewpoint on things.
And you don't make me feel like shit for having them, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
We would never make you feel like shit for that.
I'm afraid to put myself out there like that, especially to get. I praise the people online who are willing to put themselves out there and get all that trolling and shit. I'm too afraid to do all that.
Well, luckily we've had just love so far, but never know how it could turn out.
Oh, once y'all get up there in numbers, there are going to be people who ain't going to like you just simply because.
Yeah, I get that, and I'm ready for it. Like,
Me too. I'll give them something to watch, baby.
I can't wait for this cold to get over.
oh, it sucks
Yeah.
when you're sick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna get back to cleaning.
Okay.
And I
Yeah, that's
thank y'all
fine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I've really enjoyed talking to you, and I just want to tell you, like, thank you for reaching out to us. Like, we know the people that have reached out to us, they don't need to. Like, we're not big. We just started. We don't we have no idea what we're doing. We're just talking to people, and yeah, I just want to thank you for reaching out to us and giving us a chance.
And just know that we are not licensed professionals. That's something we got to throw out there just to cover our own ass.
So should we schedule a second session?
Hey, we can most definitely schedule.
Whoa, the second session is not free.
No, well, we don't charge for our services.
Oh.
But I do want to thank you because you've taken time out of your day to just chit chat with us, and that does mean a lot to us.
Well, I like what y'all got going on, and also gave me a chance to just try to get out of my own comfort, and plus nobody can see my face.
Well,
So it made it a little bit. With that being said, y'all have a wonderful day.
you
You
have
too,
a
hon.
wonderful day, and I will message you after this podcast is over.
Awesome. All right, boys.
All right, you have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So that was pretty cool. Like,
Yeah, that was all right.
that was our first, I guess, scheduled call technically, and
And it was the whole hour, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah. I'm gonna have
Plug
to go
that,
through
plug
it.
that piece back in. Let's see.
Why? I think it's better without it.
Yeah, but is that why we couldn't hear? Huh?
Yeah, see, I don't like that.
I don't like that either. Wow.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, pull that thing out.
I don't know what that does. But
Well, we couldn't hear out of. I mean, like we had to.
oh yeah.
So it's got to be that.
I don't know. Like, give me a second. Let me just
We can fuck with this another time.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll mess with it. What'd you do? All right.
No, just turn down the mic.
But yeah, that was pretty interesting. Like I said, I did appreciate you allowing us to talk to you and everything. If you do happen to watch this, I do apologize for the technical difficulties. Remember,
no.
guys, we are brand new. We're just starting to do this. Like, yeah, we're like, I don't know what I'm doing, and neither does Blake. And
Not at all.
we're just trying it, and eventually,
We'll get better.
yeah, we'll get better, and we won't have to go through any technical difficulties. We can just dive on into like whatever the person wants to talk about or vent about or tell us about or whatever. But
Should we go ahead and wrap this up, you think?
yeah,
But
yeah.
guys, we'll be doing this tomorrow again at 7 o'clock.
7 p.m.
So Thursday, the 24th of August
Yep.
at 7 o'clock Eastern time.
And remember, we are Poor Therapy, which is right there, and the number is down here. You can text or call it, and just talk to us. That's all we ask.
Yeah. Give it a go, guys. Just open up a little bit.
But hope everybody has a good day, and
God bless.
be rad out.